Hello, hello, hello! What's up tonight, everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome! DJ Kitten, Jay Zoller, Dastax, BXSX, Anthony Tracy King, Coffee Black, Jake MC Twitch, Virament MX. What's going on tonight, everyone? Gribbage, Carnigan, the Ace of Spades, Corey Dev, Rylon, something like that. Man Matter, Apex Predator, Recycle Toad, Bob Punchos, Apex, Scorpion Green, Dizio. What's up tonight, everyone? Super excited. Hour of Devastation is officially here, so we get to kick off with a pre-release sealed. I'm super excited. I didn't make the paper pre-release. Hey, welcome, Substol. Always awesome to see first timers. Welcome to the stream. So, yeah, I'm super excited. I did not get to go to the paper pre-release. I have not had time to play a Moto pre-release. So this is my first pre-release event for Hour of Devastation, live on camera, so we're going to be learning the set together. I mean, I know the cards and stuff, but I haven't played any limited with it. Schnapps and Var, welcome you both to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for your our new subscribers. So this is something you probably don't know about me, but I'm actually, by my rating and stuff, and it's my constructed rating is weird because of Against the Odds and Budget Magic, and I play everything on the same account. Rafawa and MTG Daddy, welcome both back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscriptions. Big Daddy, or MTG Daddy says, once again joining from Germany. It's got to be the middle of the night there. Thanks for sticking it out. Welcome me back to the Fishbowl. Big scoop cheers for our new subscribers. But by my rating, I'm actually better at limited than constructed, which is odd. But I don't hardly ever play limited on videos or anything like that, which is, it's very strange. So, I mean, I can show you my account even. My constructed rating is horrible because of Against Odds and Budget Magic and stuff, but 1833, that's actually not bad. That's a little lower than it is sometimes, but a pretty solid limited rating. Martin Thorning, 9 months in a row. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. And Recycle Toad, welcome you as well. Big scoops here for you. So anyway, yes. I mean, that doesn't really matter. Ratings are neither here nor there. But yeah, I actually am good at limited. I just don't play it for videos or on video or on stream very often. So I'm super excited. I think it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I used to do a limited series at one point, so we're doing a pre-release sealed, so it should be pretty sweet. Anyway, let's do our reminders. Then we can open up our sealed pool. Then we can talk about anything and everything. So first off, the YouTube channel, we have our first Against the Odds for Hour of Devastation coming up tomorrow, so make sure to check that out. It's actually really sweet. It's one of my favorite cards from the set, so I'm really looking forward to it. I just finished editing it today. It's gonna be a good one. Would you consider doing a Brewer's Minute on what makes certain sets better than others for limited? Ooh, that's an interesting topic. Yeah, I could see doing that eventually. So make sure to check out the YouTube channel. We've also had the Best for Constructed videos coming up for Modern, Standard, Commander. We had Modern today. Richard joined me to talk about the best hour cards for Modern. Tomorrow is Commander with Tomer, and Monday was Standard, so check those out as well. Of course, the MTG Goldfish Replay YouTube is where you can find all the old streams, including this stream in the future, which you can check that out. Should be up tomorrow sometime. Of course, the merch page, that's where you can get playmats and t-shirts and tokens and all that stuff to support the stream and the channel and the site. And also, of course, we now have donations, so make sure to check that out if you're interested. Definitely not required, but $2 or more get your message right on stream. Yes. Okay. I will make sure to check. If my address was displayed, I will make sure to deal with that before it goes on YouTube. So thank you for pointing that out. Entombed 89. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Alright, so we're doing a Our Devastation sealed event. So we're cracking open 6 packs, building a deck from it, and should be interesting. So I think we're going to do, let's see, competitive sealed league. Yeah, that's what we want. Big Hustle Gas, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. What was the pre-release where we pulled like 5 mythics? It was insane. We pulled so many mythics. So anyway, we're jumping into it. Here comes, I don't know if you get a foil promo at this point. But anyway, let's see what we get. Time to open our packs, joining the league. The moment of truth, the moment of truth. Come on, Moto. Be good to us. Give us something to work with here. Alright, let's sort by rarity. Okay. Well, we got 2 mythics, which is not bad, including the Scarab God, which feels like an absolute bomb. I think this has to be so good in Limited, so we really want to play that. We also got Uncaged the Menagerie, which is kind of the opposite of the Scarab God. Yeah, I really love the Scarab God, and it seems even better in Limited. I don't think Uncaged is going to be a card we're really looking to build around. As far as rares, Curator of Mysteries is good and on color. Ammon Eternal is big and on color. Hepatra is pretty powerful if we have synergies to support it. We have Ammon Eternal, so that could be possible. And Hour of Revelation, sweepers are pretty good too. So we have some possibilities here. I think I want to be blue-black if possible. And then we could go into green or white potentially if we need to. But hopefully we have the cards to make blue-black work, because I think those are our best rares. So let's take a look by color now. Our blue pile is not very long. Okay. Yeah, we just started. We just opened our pack. So we have these rares to work with. Sultai, yeah, we have a lot of green cards, so Sultai could be good. Let's see blue. Slitherblade, not exciting. This thing, kind of filler. Unquenchable Thirst is passable. What's up, Psycho Smurf? 9 months in a row. I think Hazardous Undying Fury has potential to in a format as powerful as Legacy. Trying to brew a red-black Grenzo Doomsday list. Wow, that sounds super spicy. Welcome back to the Fishbowl, and good luck with Grenzo Doomsday. Welcome, Swiss. Hello from the US. So our blue cards... Angler Drake is fine, Illumination's fine, Ancient Crab is like filler level, Tragic Lesson is, I mean it's fine, Countervailing Winds is, our blue cards are not great. I still think, so maybe we're going to be like black-green and be splashing the Scarab God and just a little bit of blue. That seems like the more likely thing. Do we have any fixing? Is another good question, and the answer is no. Edifice of Authority is very good, though. We'll probably want to play that out of our colorless cards. If we're in green, the bird is pretty good. So let's look at our black. Not exciting. Doom Dissenter is fine. These are fine. 2/2s for 2 with a bit of an upside. Those are fine curve fillers. 1/1 Death Touch for 2 is fine. I don't know about this. It does cycle, so it could be filler. Cycling. Man, we have 1,000,000 2-drops in black, which is probably good. Oh, we got the Punisher? Punisher is very good. Marauder, Moaning Whale. Ugh. Not exciting. A Cursed Horde. It could be fine if we have enough zombies. Filler. Yeah, Edifice is so strong. I mean, we have some good blue cards. It's just not very deep. Our green, Life Goes On. Very bad rampant growth thing. Pump spell. Remove a -1/-1 counter. So it doesn't really work with Apatra. Exert it, gains Death Touch. That's fine. We have a million 2-drops. Exemplar of Strength is very good. Haze of Pollen is sneaky good. We have a Cartouche, which is good. We don't have very much removal, unfortunately. Ooh, these work very well with Apatra. The Ornery Kadu. Sidewinder Naga. Eh. We don't have that many deserts, and we have even less on color deserts. I guess we have 4 deserts, but we don't have... We have Ipnu Rivulet is our on color one. We have all white deserts. What else do we have in green? Okay, that's some mana fixing. It's not an exciting card, but it is mana fixing. This thing's probably good, and Rampaging Hippo... it cycles. Okay. So we can make green work. We might as well look at our other colors just to see. I'm pretty sure we're going to be some sort of Sultai deck. Reset's good. Avenger. Istmager, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscribers. Bitterblow Sniper? Sharpshooter. Where's Bitterblow Sharpshooter? This thing's fine. Alright, white's not especially exciting. Red, Blizzard Dredge, and Jeff DC. Welcome you both to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. We got our 3-mana Lightning Bolt. What's up, Magic? We have, wow, 3 open fires? That's actually pretty good. I didn't realize we had 3 open fires. I mean, 3-mana Lightning Bolt isn't good, but whew. It actually seems good there. And a Puncturing Bolt, which is good. We have a lot of good burn spells in red. Alright, so let's start actually trying to build this deck. I think Hour of Revelation is going to stay on the sidelines. I don't think we're going white. Let's start building the Sultai deck and see what it looks like. So we have a million 2-drops, which I actually kind of like. I don't mind a million 2-drops. I don't know which one's going to play. Let's put our best cards in for now. We'll leave these 2-drops to the side for now. Let's put our best Sultai cards in here and see what it looks like. And then we can fill in from there. Exemplar is very good. We don't have much removal in green, so we're probably going to want to play this Cartouche. Ornery Condu works really well with Apatra, so I think we want it for that. Sharpshooter is very strong. D-Extreme Fighter, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Hippos are okay, but I don't think they're exciting. We might have to play Ritualist for fixing. Like, we might just need this mana to be able to cast our blue spells. The ones that we're going to play. As far as our black cards, I guess Uncaged might be good. We probably will play Uncaged. We're probably going to need to fill out our curve with more 2-drops. Probably the Rats. So I think right now we're looking at something along these lines. How many zombies do we have? Not many? Do we want any other blue cards? One Kill Shoot, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. You're going to unsubscribe if I don't? Alright, well, it's in. We got it in. The problem is we got to play the Scarab God. The Scarab God is so good. That's our best card in our entire pool. I think we have to splash blue just for that. Yeah, Curator and Angler Drake is definitely very greedy. I think we have to play Scarab. Can we go 4-color? How crazy is going 4-color? Play just like Scarab God in Illumination and play 3 open fires? Oh, it's probably such a bad idea. Can we do it? Can we do it? 4-color Scarab God? Yeah, we don't have any. I mean, we don't really have any fixing. That's a big problem. Or, I mean, we have the 2 Ritualists, but we don't have much fixing. Look how sweet that looks, though. We have so many powerful cards. I just wish we had more. Am I missing? Alright, I guess we can play this. This card is horrible, but if we're actually going to go 4 colors, we're probably going to have to play it. Is there any other sneaky fixing that we're missing? No? Not really? And then we can play this thing to get back our Uncage. That's probably even a worse idea. I guess we can just play, like, Hippos? Could play the Wall. It's colorless. I don't think we can play double color red or blue cards if we're going to try this. Does X damage where X is the number of instant or sorceries in your graveyard? That is not going to be a high number. Maybe Inferno Jet? Inferno Jet's a funny finisher. Actually, maybe just Haze of Pollen in this deck? Haze of Pollen could have a lot of value. So what do you think of that, chat? How does this look? I mean, the cards that... we don't have that much fixing. It's greedy. It's super greedy. I mean, we could... I'm not cutting Scarab God. I'm not. It might be correct, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to cut it. So we got to be blue. We could cut red. If we cut red, we also can cut this horrible rampant growth thing. We have a new donation. Oh, hang on. $5 from... Give me 1 second. Come on, Streamlabs. Alright. New donation from Brosidon. Hey Seth, first time catching you live. Thanks for all the content you produce. Your brews and just your general ambiance are super great. You make me so happy to be part of the Magic community. Well, thank you so much for the donation, and even more thank you for the kind words. I definitely appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoy it, and I'm glad you're part of the Magic community too. We can't cut green. Well, I didn't think of that. We could be black-blue, but then we lose our fixing if we cut green. If we cut green, we'd be black-red-blue, like Grixis, with no Nicol Bolas. I mean, this is basically our decision point. I think we have our deck basically built. Herald the Radio, 8 months in a row, let's be real. Lay on the beats with Sultai. Well, welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. And Zach Arrow, 3 months in a row, been watching before the sub button. Always entertaining to watch. Thanks for the good times and the janky brews. Well, thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheers for both of our new subscribers. Alright. I mean, we can always add more colors if we want to. It's probably smartest to just stay 3 colors and not play the open fires, as tempting as it is to go 4 colors. This format is fairly fast from what everyone says. What's up, Adam Shank? So we can play the Drake, we can play the Curator, and then fill in with... What are we going to fill the last 2 slots with? Tragic Lessons. Stoneforge Mysticism. 9 months in a row. Hooray for 9 months and many more. Keep up the great work. Content brightens my day. Well, thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our resubscriber. What is this card that people keep saying? Tragic Lessons. Tragic... Where is What color is Tragic Lessons? Oh, Tragic Lessons. Draw 2. Discard. Okay, yeah, okay. I'm down with that. When it enters the battlefield, if you control a desert, tap a creature. Enchanted. We can play this as a removal spell. We might have to. So maybe this? How does this look, chat? Uncage is only okay-ish. Torment of Scarabs really good in sealed. Do we need another finisher, though? Alright. People want to see Torment. Esper, we... the problem with going non-green is we lose a lot of our fixing, and our white isn't very good apart from Hour of Revelation, which is very good, but the rest of our white cards are kind of middling. People want to see everything. Now we're up to 25 cards. That's way more cards than we should be playing. All right, we gotta cut 2, and we're gonna run with Sultai. We're gonna run with Sultai. We gotta cut 2 cards, and we're gonna run it basically like this. So what 2 cards are we going to cut from our deck? We don't even really have that many zombies. I don't know, I guess we have a few zombies. I don't even know if we need a Cursed Horde in this deck, honestly. We have a lot of good cards, actually. We have a fairly strong pool if we cast all of our stuff. I think we can keep Curator, because if we don't have double blue, we can cycle it away. And we do have these 2 Ritualists. I guess I can be persuaded to cut Angler Drake, although that's a pretty good finisher. Are we going to be able to close out games without it? I guess we have Torment of Scarabs. So, Uncaged, 4 mana gets us 2 2-drops, 5 mana, 1, 2, 3 3-drops, 6 mana, 1, 2, 3, 4 4-drops. I actually think we want... Yeah, Angler's so good. I actually think we want Uncaged in this deck. I wouldn't mind having one more different 3-drop. Maybe that's what we should be doing. Is finding one more... What's another 3-drop? I guess we can play Marauding Bone Slasher. We have a few zombies. Or maybe Ancient Crab would be better. Yeah, I don't think we need Horde in this deck. That's making Uncaged worse if we cut Horde, though. We only have 2 4-drops. Angler Drake is actually very powerful. Alright, well, getting 3 3-drops seems pretty good. It is so expensive, though. I guess it finds our God, which actually is kind of worth it just for that. Mac Daddy, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big Scoops cheer for our new subscriber. All right, I think we're gonna start with Torment of Scarabs out. I think we're gonna go like this. I think this is the build we want. 7-5-5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. I think we had to cut an island for a forest. Maybe like this. Our only real mana fixing is Oasis Ritualist. Haze of Pollen cycles. I mean, we could cut it for another actual card. For... Alright, we'll bring the Horde back in. I think with Uncaged and Menagerie, we want the creature over the Torment. I think the Torment is actually pretty better for sideboards and matchup dependent. We don't really have any on-color stuff. We just have this River, which I don't think is worth playing in our deck just for the milling. We don't have any cycling lands. Alright, we're going to try it like this. We're going to try it. Save deck. Alright, give me 1 second. Just exporting the deck so we can make the overlay, and then we can start playing. I think this deck is interesting. I mean, Scarab God is sweet. I like that part. Alright, time for Scoops to go away. We're back. Alright, we'll start playing. And I'll make the overlay as we're going. Hopefully. Let's see how fast I can make the overlay. Can't see the chat right now, so if you're asking me questions, give me just a minute while I finish up the overlay. Creating overlay. The no green mana hand. Well, we have a couple of good 3-drops, so we might be able to just win from that. I guess it's fine. We can't really be too picky about blue mana. Almost got it. One more second. Overlay. Achieved. And we have an overlay. And, alright, time for some pre-release action. We made it, we made it. Blade Man 69er, welcome to the fishbowl. Oh, there's the deck list. That's not a Scoops cheer. Thank you for your subscription. Big Scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Yeah, it's the last thing that has to be changed. The chat needs to be slightly smaller. There we go. All right, we'll keep this. So let's win some. Let's win some limited. Hopefully we draw blue eventually. So Forest go. This hand's fine-ish. Let me see now. Naul. Island for our opponent. Ooh, red-white Indomitable, eh? There's our blue mana. That's good. Play a swamp. Pass the turn. Looks pretty solid. I mean, if you want to Indomitable out Ulamog, it seems like that's a good way of getting it done. I like it. Oh, is the win-loss not right? Really? Target player discards 2 cards. What's going on? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. That's not even very good, especially now, just to fire that off. Yes, hang on. I can get the list. Oh, the full card list? Maybe. Let me see if that's something people are interested in. Let me see if I can make a full card list deck. 1 second. So figure out what we should be discarding while I'm seeing if I can make a list this big. I'm thinking forest and something. Forest and... I don't really want to discard Curator. Almost got it. Alright, so... the deck command should bring you to the full card list if you want to see the entire sealed pool. You should be able to go there. Alright, so we got to discard 2. We can discard Forest. What's our second discard? It's either Curator or Illumination. I guess we could discard Kudu. So then we'd be playing Amit Eternal. Alright, Forest and Kudu. I don't think we can discard 2 land. Well, we do have cycling to find a land. You know what? I like that. Forest. I think that's fine. We can play our 3-drops. If we don't hit a land drop, we can cycle to find it. And we draw Forest right on time. Well, let's Amit. Get our big old 5/5 down. Start the beats. Put the pressure on. I don't think Teamer came up. We thought about Grixis. Someone mentioned Esper. Opponent has a Desert and Unquenchable Thirst. Alright. Well, let's play Ornery Kudu. Put a counter on our pretty useless Amit. Play the forest, pass the turn. If they hit us with more discard, I'm going to be very sad. Jake MC Twitch, 5 months in a row. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Alright, so we got a 3-4. That's something. A Cursed Horde. Well, let's get in with our Kudu. Scavenger Ground. Opponent is going deep. Hit our opponent. Play the forest. And I guess we just play a Cursed Horde. Really scared of getting Unburdened. Unburdened would be pretty bad. Yeah. Does our opponent have more removal? Alright, Flash Flyer. That's not super scary here, because we're so far on the front foot. Thoughts on the best shell for new Nicole Bolas? Blue-Red Energy or more Rakdos? I think something with Chandra is probably the best way. I think you really need to get some ramp going to really make it that effective. Another Swamp. Well, let's go Beaten Down. Hit our opponent. Down to 11. Yeah, let's just pass. Mikaeus Pestermite, Cauldron of Souls, Sack Outlet. Mikaeus Pestermite. Oh! You get to tap down everything? Or untap everything? That's pretty sweet. Well, let's fire off our Illumination while our opponent's tapped out. Alright, there's our extra mana. Opponent is killing our stuff. And I guess we can deal with this if we have to. We haven't found our god yet. Opponent gets in. My only question this evening, can you pronounce the name? I want to hear you say it. The name of... Opponent's got... Moaning Wall, sure. Well, let's play Ritualist. Play Thirst. Pass the turn. Man, I'd love to draw Uncage. Uncage would be so good here. Scarab God would be such a bomb. Opponent has Torment. Loses 3 life unless they discard or... Alright, we'll just take 3 for now. And play Curator of Mysteries. Play Ruin Rat. And pass the turn. Hopefully we just beat our opponent down before this Torment becomes a problem. So our opponent have even more removal. Oh my goodness! Wow! Well, that's a card we'll play around in round 2 if we knew about it. We're drawing a lot of nothing. Oh, man. Yeah, Torment's not very good, but... Bantu's Last Reckoning is a combo. Especially if we just never draw anything. Well, that's a pretty good draw. Tragic Lessons. We get to pick up a land as well. Replay the Forest. Play Exemplar of Strength. We have a new subscriber, Sammy. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. And Karna Eternal. Hopefully our opponent's about out of action. They played a lot of removal spells. Yeah, I mean, that's the plan. We'll see what our opponent has. Scarab God could be pretty helpful. Had the craziest deck at pre-release, black green, 4 rares, 2 mythics, and Slaughter Pact Invocation. Oh my goodness. That sounds like an insane deck. Yeah, I mean, it depends on our opponent's hand, but if our opponent doesn't have much action, we should be able to win through Torment. Opponent has more removals. Yup. And a Scorpion. Well, let's see if we draw anything. I guess we just sack this since it's not doing anything. Well, let's attack. We just want to try to kill our opponent. I feel like if we ever draw Uncage, we just win. I don't know if we ever will draw it, but opponent takes the beats, down to 9. We'll play Ritualist. Pass the turn. My pre-release was Gideon of Trials, Wrath Invocation, Commit to Memory. That sounds like a pretty solid deck as well. Opponent passes. Well, we'll discard this Swamp. Yes! Okay. Now we have choices. What's left in our deck? Ugh. Alright, let me look at this overlay. Come on, chat, you gotta help me with this. So what are we casting this for? The problem is what's left in our deck. Let's go full screen mode for a second. Alright, so Banewhip Punisher is a 3-drop. We have another Ornery Kudu. So we could get those 2 3-drops. 2 drops we could get... Oh, River! Oh, that would be very good. We might just go 2 drops. 2 drops get the bird and get our Hapatra. The other option, 4 drops, isn't very good. 5 drops, we could get the Scarab God and Bitterblow Sharpshooter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's 2 drop or 5 drop. The bird sounds very good as well. How much does the bird cost to activate? 4? Well, we can always just take damage for Torment. Alright, let's go 2. I think 2 is the way to go. Because hopefully the bird will draw us into... Hopefully the bird will draw us into our god. So let's uncage. And then get the bird and get Hapatra. Yeah, we'll take Hapatra. And attack with both. Actually, let's just attack with the Eternal. Oh, I don't think this song... Oh, I don't think this is supposed to be on the playlist. Because I think this song actually has copyright issues sometimes. YouTube is so weird with its copyright issues. So get in. Hopefully our opponent's out of removal. If they're out of removal, I think we're in pretty good shape. Well, is our opponent going to block? Opponent blocks. We get in for 1. Opponent drops down to 8. Then we play our bird. Opponent drew an Essence Scatter. Alright, pass the turn. Oh, come on, God! Come on, God! Oracle's Vault. Well, that's pretty slow. Alright, activates it. Can't cast it, no mana. We take 3. God? Well, play our Sharpshooter, get in with our Ritualist. We have Lethal. We have Lethal on board. Our opponent's got to have an answer, or we got through their Torment of Scarabs. Yeah, our opponent has a ton of removal, but we fought through it so far. Oracle's Vault seems pretty sweet in Commander, that's for sure. Really? Unreal. Okay. Alright, we'll play Scarab God. We got our God. Pass the turn. Scarab God gives us a shot. This is what we needed. If our opponent has yet another removal spell. Oh! They do have the Scavenger Grounds, though, which is an annoyance. That is definitely an annoyance. They might have to leave up mana for it. We have a new subscriber, Master Left. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Opponent draws a Wretched Camel. Oh my god. Oh. Our opponent never whiffs. They hit a swamp. Plays the swamp. Well, we gotta go to 1. Alright, we drop to 1. We draw... anything? Ooh, Punisher. What does this do? Bionic Broccoli, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Oh, do we just run out everything? Torment? I still don't think Torment's very good. So we can Hapatra, Banewhip Punisher. I think that's a line. So play Hapatra. Play Punisher. What do we kill? Kill the camel. Get a counter. Get a Hapatra snake. Nothing to discard. Get in with the Scarab God. Opponents to 1. Everyone's at 1. Opponent's gonna exile the graveyards. Yup. Alright, opponent. Let's see your top deck skills. Spin in the vault. Just a land. I think we got it. I think we got it. Wow, that was a super close. That was a close, hard-fought game. This is Beating Heart Weisiger Remix, and we got there. Whoo! Wow. All right. That was a super close, challenging match. So, what do we have that's good against Control? We're actually playing a pre-release today by Polar Panda. We'll be back to Constructed on Thursday. Should play Karakhan Ironworks. It also plays Semblance Anvil and can win with Lab Maniac or Emrakul. Ooh, I think someone played a deck like that against us at one point, and it was pretty sweet. Alright, let's see. Do we have anything that kills artifacts or enchantments? Not that, not that. That doesn't look good. No, 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 no. No, no. No. Yikes. We don't have very good sideboard options. So Countervailing Winds, I guess we could bring in, is fine in a control matchup. Torment of Scarabs might be good. We don't really want the walls. Our opponent's definitely the control, so it's probably sketchy to make our deck more controlling. We don't have any way to deal with enchantments. Not a single way. We have this Bifrost, but I don't think that's good enough. I don't think we're gonna completely switch colors. I mean, Hour of Revelation could be good. I am down with bringing in Torment of Scarabs. I just gotta figure out, we gotta figure out what to take out. We definitely are the aggro. That's for sure. We just want to beat our opponent down, mostly. We have some card draw, which is nice. Yeah, Doom Descender might be better than one of our other 2-drops. Like this Ruin Rat. We gotta cut one card. That makes us slower. Maybe we just go down Angler Drake. It's expensive. I guess it gets back our creature that's been stolen. Oh, we're going to run out of time. I think control matchups are good places for the Torment. Alright. I don't like cutting a 2-drop, but I think we're going to. Okay. I mean, we got a curve. Can't cast our blue stuff yet, but we got a reasonable curve. Exemplar is pretty powerful. Forest go. Edifice is slow, but it is a way we can push through a last bit of damage. Opponent has Labyrinth Guardian. Well, run out Exemplar. Pass the turn. Opponent's aggro now. Wow, this is very different than what we saw last game. Well, play Doom Descender. Play a Forest. Pass the turn. Blue mana lets us get rid of some of this stuff. Opponents got their desert. They're going to go aggro? Opponent getting in with Aerial Guide. I think we have about as much blue mana as we can play. Angler Drake was not a great draw, so play Ritualist. This is a bit of an unfortunate draw for us to draw every blue spell in our deck. I think this is literally every single one. We can't cast Thirst yet because we don't have blue mana. We will have blue mana. Opponent gets in with Aerial Guide. We need this Ritualist to, we need to untap with that. If that dies, things would be sad. Alright, opponent passes. We draw a Ornery Condu. We can just Angler Drake. We can also draw cards and Thirst the Angler Drake? That's probably better. So let's, then it's spending all of our blue mana, though. I don't think we want to slam the Drake. It's too risky. If our opponent just counters it, we just lose, because we don't have blue mana for next turn either. Yeah, I guess that's fine. So, Thirst the Drake. The other question is our opponent just going to Wrath? We don't want to overextend into Bantu's Last Reckoning. Yeah, we're just gonna pass, I think. I think that's better. Ansador, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Well, if our opponent's still running out creatures, then we probably don't have to worry as much about our Wrath. I lived the dream at the pre-release, forced my promo, Overwhelming Splendor. Overwhelming Splendor seems pretty sweet in Sealed. That's the card I wanted to open most. We didn't get it, but it sounded sweet. Opponent gets in with the Reed Stalker thing. Down to 14. And a Bone Picker. Yikes! Hapatra. Well, I guess this is the time we gotta do it. This is not ideal. Angler Drake. Kill the Labyrinth Guardian. Oh, it's only spell? That is a weird card. It's not a real illusion! Oh my goodness! That's actually pretty bad for us. Get in, gain a life. Every illusion in the history of Magic says spell or ability. I think that's a Wizard's fail, actually. Because seriously, every single one says that. Labyrinth Guardian coming back. And I'm surprised they traded there. They must just be going to kill our Angler Drake and keep beating us down. And now we don't have blue mana, which is kind of annoying until next turn. Yep, there goes our Angler Drake. Well, now we kind of want to draw a land. Blue would be best, but any land would be good. Forest is fine. Alright, so we get to play Hapatra. Follow that up with Ornery Kudu. And we'll put a counter on the Angler Drake. Get a Death Touch Snake. And pass the turn. We gotta not die to these flyers. It is weird that doesn't say spell or ability, I will say. I should have read it. I just assumed, because that's how all the old illusions are formatted. So I just assumed that it said the same as everything else. I kind of want the Dissenter to stay around as some sort of protection for Bantu's Last Reckoning. Also is a chump blocker if it comes down to it. And this Angler Drake is pretty useless now. Alright, Torment's not super scary here. Opponent can maybe keep beating down in the air. Decides against it. So, we will just sack our Angler Drake. There's our island. That's a good draw. So, play the island. Draw a couple cards. That's a good answer to this as well. Can we attack? I guess we can start attacking. Get in with our Kudu and our Snake. See if our opponent does any blocking. Yeah, Tragic Lesson is definitely a sad card flavor-wise. Yeah, I just assume that it says and ability. And then I think we just play our bird. If our opponent wraths, I think it actually is worse for them than us. Even though I'd love this bird to live. If our opponent wraths, they don't get their untap, the board is clear, we get a 2-2, and we still have card draw and this sharpshooter left over. Lethal Sting. Alright, there goes our bird, unfortunately. Opponent's going back on the offensive. Interesting. Down to 11. Well, I guess now we're going to sack Doom to center. Ooh, Punisher 2. 1, 2, 3. Well, 1, 2, 3. Let's play Punisher. Not gonna kill the Labyrinth Guardian, unfortunately. Hit the Guardian. Yup. Get a Snake. And now we can do some real attacking. So do some attacking. Hit our opponent for a bunch. Opponent blocks a Patra. And now we're just going to pass. We're not going to overextend anymore. We can Tragic Lesson. Should play some Solemnity and Phyrexian Unlife deck that beats with Shadow. Ooh. Opponent goes Impulsing. Probably looking for their Bantu's Last Reckoning. I mean, Reckoning would still be good here, I guess. But we get to draw cards and follow it up with a Sharpshooter. And sooner or later, we'll find our Scarab God. Well, I can tell you that Solemnity is coming soon. That much is for certain. I can't tell you what the deck will be exactly, but just know you will be seeing Solemnity in action very, very soon. Have to go early tonight. Good luck. I'll do one last push for Grixis version. Alright, Great Germ. I will consider the Grixis build. Have a good night. Ooh, Slitherblade. The Grixis version looks pretty functional. Definitely like all the open fires. Yeah, do they... Well, looks like they don't have Bantu's Last Reckoning yet. Just plays a wall. We're pretty close to just killing our opponent, actually. Tragic Lesson. Are we going to pick up a land? Squarg, 3 months in a row, says, thanks for all the great content, friendo. Well, thank you for your subscription. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Yeah, I don't think we're going to... Alright, we'll pick up a forest, sure. We can always discard it. So, discard the forest. Ooh, we get our own Torment! Alright, so let's do some attacking. I feel like we're in pretty good shape now. Get in with our Death Touch creatures. Our opponent can block this if they want to. Yep. Opponent blocks, takes 2, down to 10. This is a situation where Torment is actually pretty good. torment our opponent. Someone is asking about the possibility of Bolas builds. This is what I'll be playing on day 1. Ooh, sweet. Bolas seems really powerful. Let's see what our opponent does. We're in a much better position to play around Torment because we're making snakes. We do want to be aware of their Mind Rot. We don't want to get stuck discarding 2 good cards. The Grixis control deck looks very solid. I like it. Got some good Planeswalkers, good removal. I think Grixis control is going to be pretty fun. Oracle's Vault. Well, that's pretty slow for this situation. But our opponent can start ticking it up, I guess. Yeah, we only have 1 good card. I don't really want to extend more on this board, really, because of Bantu's Last Reckoning. We will just sacrifice... we'll discard the island. Draw a forest. Do we just attack with everything? I think we do. Swing with everything. Whatever. We're going to lose like a Patra or something, but I think this is fine. Opponent blocks. Takes 2, 4, 5, 6. Takes a lot. Down to 2. And yeah, I think we just pass. Now our opponent can't take life, so they gotta keep discarding and sacking, which is gonna make their situation a lot harder. Opponent sacks the wall. Well, they're at Bantu's Last Reckoning or bust. Exquisite Bond and Sanguine Bond, it does go infinite. It is. Send an email with a deck list of Intruder Alarm combo. Have you seen it yet? I don't think so. Does our opponent actually have Bantu's Last Reckoning? I know I have some unread emails that I need to get to soon, so it's probably in the unread pile. Alright, there's the Reckoning. Sure. We have good follow-ups, though. No, don't do it, opponent. You don't want to do that. It's so painful. Oh, embalms the Lab Guardian. So our opponent's fully tapped out. We will discard a forest. Follow up with Bitter Blow Sharpshooter. Pass the turn. We really got our opponent in a good spot now. I think we got it. Our biggest pull was the Scarab God, which hasn't done much of anything yet. Opponent has to discard a Shimmering Drake. They got a chump block our Sharpshooter. We will keep discarding swamps. Ooh, Curator that we can't cast. We'll get in with our Sharpshooter. Hit our opponent. Get rid of the Labyrinth Guardian. Well, in this position, our opponent's actually pretty close to being locked under this Torment of Scarabs. They have to discard. Gonna make it hard to play things. Yeah, our opponent found their Bantu's Last Reckoning. Well, I think we got there. Yeah, at this point, we just want to try to get lethal as soon as possible. Opponent finds Lay Claim. That is an annoyance. I think we gotta cycle this Curator. Ooh, into Uncage. Man, that Lay Claim was very good. I guess we take 3. Well, Ammon Eternal, also pretty good. Play Ammon Eternal. Again presenting lethal. Pass the turn. Actually, Ammon Eternal is great here. Our opponent's got to have removal. They got to discard their card or sack Oracle's Vault. They discard their last card. All right. Ammon Eternal, they got to draw removal off the top or off their vault, or the Ammon Eternal gets it. Because of Afflict. Afflict going to be relevant. What do you think about replacing Dreadwander with Nether Trader? Nether Trader could be good in that deck. Unblockable, has some upside. Just hits a land, and hopefully that does it. Plays the land. What's the last card, opponent? What's the last card? Oh, they drew it! They actually drew it! No way! Oh my god! Oh! Wait, no, they die! Oh, they got a sack. Oh my goodness. What do we do now? Oh, that's unreal. Now we might actually lose. I guess we block. And discard Uncage? And draw land? We're actually going to lose to that. Wow. It doesn't gain Death Touch, it gains Indestructible. And that's the game. Well, we better scoop to save time. I cannot believe that that happened. Wow. Alright, run it back. Jeez. Oh, that's so depressing. We played that so good. You just play that bad in the end, blocking and discarding. I think that's the only... I think that's what we had to do. Because our opponent had a 4/4 Vigilance. So if we go to 2, then we're stuck either sacking our creature anyway, or discarding Uncage. And if we cast Uncage there, we wouldn't have enough mana to... We wouldn't have enough mana to do anything. We couldn't cast our Uncage. It only can gain Indestructible when it's attacking, unfortunately. Only gives attacking zombies Indestructible. So, that's part of the reason the card's not that exciting. Like, it's a hill giant with a very slight upside. More of an upside if you're a heavy zombie deck. If you're like hardcore zombies, it's much better, but just as a standalone card, it's very middling. What do you think Mono Black Vehicles is better than... do you think Mono Black Vehicles is better than Blue White Spirits in the current modern meta? Oh, geez. They're very different. I mean, I think it's solid. I don't know if it's actually better or not. Wow. Oh man, our opponent exactly enough lands for Lay Claim. Empty-handed, top-decked removal spell. I've been interested in avatars recently. Want to know how much you recommend making a tribal deck like you did, or if they're better just being a splash in some decks. I think the tribal deck is funny, but I don't think that it's necessarily good. I think it's fun and funny, but I think that's about it. As far as being like super competitive, you have a lot of good cards. The mana is kind of like sketchy, especially on a budget. Been trying to make standard Abzan Solemnity deck, basically green black 3-drops with enter when they get one negative encounters, end up being 4/5. Do you think the deck could it be a playable deck or just against odds material? I think it depends on the format. I think if you're just using Solemnity to make your creatures 1 or 2 power and toughness bigger, I don't think it's that great. If you're using it, if it's hating on things in the format and doing that, then I think it could be pretty good. Alright, we're on the play. Well, we got our blue mana. That's about it. Can't cast our green stuff. This hand is pretty slow. We gotta play fast this one, so I might not be able to keep up on the chat very well for this one game. Well, there's our green mana. Alright, this hand's looking up. Pass the turn. We sideboarded in Doom Dissenter over Rats because our opponent's a Bantu's Last Reckoning deck. So that was the main reason. Well, Punisher's a decent draw. Just get rid of the camel. Nice little 2-for-1 action. Yeah, it's definitely going to kill it. I mean, this hand, oddly, we have double blue, which is actually really nice. Opponent plays a Swamp. And the Scorpion. We draw... Ooh, Ritualist. Well, let's get in with our Punisher. See if our opponent trades. Alright, opponent does trade. Does not trade. Does not trade. Well, play the Island. We haven't got any Scarab God. Oh, no. We want to play the Ritualist here. Almost clicked the wrong one. Did click the wrong one, but didn't actually cast it. I mean, technically we can Angler Drake next turn off of our Ritualist if we really need to. We could also just use it to tutor up our good 3-drops. Another Kudu and our Amit. X4 we get Big Flyer, and what's our other 4? Big Flyer and... oh, the Zombie. Well, let's see what our opponent does. We're not in bad shape here. A Cursed Horde, yeah, that's right. Opponent gets in. Okay, we'll take it. Down to 18. Follows up with Bone Picker. Oh, trying to get the free value. Land? Oh, that's a good draw. Alright, that makes it easy. So we just run out Angler Drake. Bounce Bone Picker. Get in with Punisher. And keep the pressure on. Keep the pressure on. Oh, Joshter Panda. I'm not sure you should be able to just click subscribe there. We've had subscribers earlier. Yeah, Angler Drake is good, and we actually had the mana to cast it. We've had some nice 2-for-1 action this game. We're definitely not blocking and giving them a cheap Bone Picker. Opponent. Lethal Sting. Okay. That is annoying. And gets the cheap Bone Picker. Oh boy. Well, let's attack with both. See what our opponent does. I almost think they're going to kill our mana source. LOL! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Opponent blocks. Takes 2. And we'll run out our Sharpshooter. Pass the turn. We just got to keep the pressure on. Captain Norvgod, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Opponent has another flyer. And passes. Well, play Doom to center. Play Ornery Kudu. Kill the Doom to center. We don't really have the luxury of playing around Bantu's Last Reckoning here. Cage is pretty good at 4 or 5. Also, just getting like our god in the late game is good. Oh, that Bone Picker. The Lethal Sting Bone Picker draw was super good. Well, our opponent needs 7 mana for late claim. We have to keep playing stuff. We don't have enough time to not play things and hope that we win in the late game. Opponent pumps up their Drake. Labyrinth Guardian. And passes. We draw a Swamp. Oh boy. What do we even try to get? I think we just go Uncage X3 and get another Kudu and an Amit Eternal. Play the Swamp, pass the turn. Yeah, we haven't got any Scarab God. Oh, we really just needed to win that last game. That was a game we really needed to win. Opponent finds a desert, slowly building up their mana. Finds an Oracle's Vault, super slow. And passes. Well, play Ammon Eternal. Play Ornery Kudu. Put the counter on our zombie, I guess. Pass the turn. Under 2 minutes to go. Bantu's Last Reckoning is super brutal here. Salt and Light, 2 months in a row. Any hits on against odds this week? Well, I can tell you that it features Hour of Devastation. But not going to tell you anything else. Comes out tomorrow night, though, so you don't have long to wait. Welcome to the Fishbowl, by the way. Back to the Fishbowl. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. I don't know. And Fusion 14GT, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Yeah, Uncaged is super bad. I mean, it's fine in sealed, but I don't think it's actually very good in constructed. If you use it as like a draw 3 for 5, it's not the worst rate, but there's very few points where it's really good. Bears of Insanity, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Is there a way we can close out this game? Opponent's going to spin the vault. Let's see what they hit. Spins. Lay Claim. Well, I'm glad that's gone. That is a card we are actually worried about. At some point, we might just have to Suicide Attack to get in damage. We don't have very much removal, and our opponent isn't showing much interest in attacking. What's up, Floyd K. Pool? Yeah, you haven't missed much of anything. This game's been super long. Tail Feathers, 6 months in a row. Got the altars done. How would you like me to send them to you? Yeah, I saw your email, Tail Feathers. I'll try to get back to you tomorrow. I will send you an email and let you know. Opponent has Unquenchable Thirst with a desert. Taps down our Sharpshooter. And passes. Well, play Curator of Mysteries. Actually, first play Exemplar of Strength. Opponent could have Essence Scatter. Put the counter on, I guess, Exemplar of Strength. Play Curator. Almost under a minute. We got to attack with Amit. If our opponent kills it, that's fine. At least we get in 3 with Afflict. Yeah, opponent kills it. So opponent's down to 11, and it's going to keep shrinking. Pass the turn. Why not the Sharpshooter? Yeah, I guess we could. It would be nice to gain some life, potentially. It can't attack through the 4-5 anyway. Opponent's going to spin the wheel on the Oracle's Vault. If they hit Bantu's Last Reckoning, we're probably dead. Swamp. Plays the Swamp. Aga, try to repost it after this game. We're just so low on time, I can't really look at it right this second, or we'll time out. But I would love to look at it. Well, that's our opponent got. Aerial Guide, more flyers. Opponent passes. Well, Tragic Lesson. Pick up a forest. Replay the forest. Play a Ritualist. Oh, we're overextending so much, but we don't really have a choice. We just got to keep playing stuff and hope. If we put 3 counters on the Ammon Eternal, our opponent would not have blocked it and would have just taken one. And we need to get in. Gotta get in damage here. Opponent. One of the problems with this deck is it is pretty light on removal. So, Illumination. Draw a couple cards. Oh god, deck. All lands. And I think that I mean, essentially does it. Pass the turn. Block, 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 block. So if we attack with everything, we're only getting in for a very minimal amount of damage. Opponent gets a free Avon Reed Stalker. Pretty good one to hit off the Oracle Vault. Swinging with the team just loses us the game. Our opponent just blocks and we lose. And we drew all lands. Torment of Scarabs, I mean, we can play it, but this is where you can see how bad Torment of Scarabs is. It doesn't do anything. So, pass the turn. I mean, if we alpha, we lose. Our opponent just eats most of our creatures, and then we can't attack again the following turn. We attack with everything. Curator dies. This thing dies. This thing dies, and this thing dies, and we get in for maybe 3, 4, 5, maybe 7, but then we don't have enough creatures to attack because our opponent didn't lose anything. So the math doesn't actually line up for that. Opponent found some removal. Another lethal sting. I will say our opponent opened a pretty impressive pool. They have all the removal that we don't have. Opponent hits us. I mean, our opponent can kill us with their flyers is the other problem. They have more action. Big lifelinker. We draw more lands. Yeah, I mean, we're just going to lose to their board. I don't think we've done a single thing with our god this entire matchup. We just never draw it. Opponent attacks with everything. And I think they just kill us. So, yup. That was a super depressing match. On a scale of 1 to 10, that was a 10. Our opponent... Oh, man. Whew! Well, we're 0-1. Nick, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big Scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Yeah, that's why we're not playing Torment in the main deck. It's not very good. It's very matchup dependent. It can be good in control matchups, but it's very not good most of the time. Our opponent played it. We beat it. It was good in our second game. I think we're overreacting. I mean, if you actually look back on that match objectively, we beat our opponent in game 1 when they had a very strong draw. We essentially beat our opponent in game 2, and they were empty-handed and had to top deck, and they top decked in the one. I mean, it was actually like a double top deck, really. And we didn't draw any of our good cards for that entire round. So I think our deck is actually still pretty good. And we just had some bad running there. Alright, let me see Oga Tsunami. Ooh. Looks like a pretty sweet red deck. I like the idea of using the burn spells to make lots of mana with Niheb. Also got the Wildfire Eternal. That looks really fun. Seems like it could be a sweet against the odds deck, maybe. Can we keep this hand? We only need one land to get to Tragic Lesson. I think we'll keep it on the draw. Octosaman, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big Scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a case of we didn't draw. Yeah, I mean, I just think it's bad running. I think our deck is good. Yes, I'm sure I trashed it. Hopefully we draw some lands here in the not super distant future. Oh boy. Well, we're going to just thirst this. If we don't draw a land next turn, we're in trouble. That would be pretty bad. Opponent. I mean, I guess I can just not attack to keep it untapped. Oh man, Traveler's Amulet would have been pretty good for our deck. We could have won game 3, use Assassin to ghost block the lifelink and kill the Guardian. We drew a land, so that's good. Use Assassin to ghost block. I would have to look at the board. Do we have a way to... No, everything our opponent had flying, because they have the Drake that gives flying to stuff. Whatever the Windrake is, that gives something flying. So all of our opponent's creatures had flying there, I believe. But that is would have been a good line if that wasn't the case. Opponent. Oh, Traveler's Amulet. I so wish we had one of those. Tricky, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Opponent passes. Not a land. Well, I think we just have to Tragic Lesson to find our mana, hopefully. And we will just discard this Accursed Horde. Play a Swamp. Pass the turn. Yeah, our opponent did have Bantu's Last Reckoning in hand. Opponent plays a Mountain. And Bloodlust Insider. Ooh, alright. So, some scary hasty stuff can come down, potentially. I think we just got to get down our Edifice, actually. Oh, there's Scarab God. Maybe we'll actually get to play Scarab God this match. What's up, the Zork? Yeah, let's play Edifice so we can start getting counters on it. Pass the turn. Next Against Odds coming out tomorrow. I believe this is Weisiger. Pal is the name of the musician or band. At least it stops any crazy hasty stuff. Alright. Might as well brick our Edifice. Curator of Mysteries. Alright, we just gotta draw to hit our land drops. Please, deck, land. Alright, there's our lands. Ooh, and another island. That's good. Pass the turn. Would I make any changes to Turbo Fog now that Hour is out? I don't think any significant changes, no. I don't think it really gained anything of note from Hour. I'd have to double check to be sure, and we'll probably do some updates at some point in the future. But off the top of my head, I don't think there's really anything. Alright, we're drawing our lands now, which is good. How do we want to work this turn? Play a forest. Nah, let's just run out our Curator. And keep putting counters on our Edifice. Yeah, the Edifice of Authority is super strong. It is a really powerful artifact. Pass the turn. Nissa Steward is awesome in Turbo Fog. Get to 6 mana. Swing in the air for 10. Yeah, it could be a pretty good finisher in Turbo Fog. Ugh. Alright, well, there goes our Curator. Hopefully we can get it back with Scarab God eventually. Opponent. The River Shrine. Not as good as our bricks. Well, I'm glad your duty roster is looking good. I guess we keep doing this. I'm trying to play budget mono black vehicles tomorrow night. I know you mentioned black-white might be better. Lingering Souls especially. What else does white add? Juwazamato, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. So white adds Lingering Souls. It adds some good removal options like Path to Exile. Also, white has pretty much the best sideboard cards in Modern. So those are the big things that we gain by going into white. The challenge is it's going to add a lot to the budget, because to really make white work, got to play a much more expensive mana base. So that's kind of the big concern, is the price will go up a lot. Jawzimoto. Oh, well, sorry about that, Jawzimoto. Pass the turn. You should be honored that I butchered your name. Sort of a tradition. Anything off the top of your head from Hour that might be a good fit or upgrade to 8-rack? Oh, man, there's, like, hardly anything from Hour of Devastation that's going to do anything in Modern, so no goblins, no good burn spells, no bushwhacker effects, so I'm pretty confident there's nothing for that deck. Alright, opponent's going to tap down our Exemplar, or pacify it. Been watching your videos forever, finally got to the stream with the new schedule. Oh, awesome, Jawzimoto. Thoughts about building anything around the as foretold mechanic? I think it's actually easier in... I guess we should have just tapped that. Whatever. I think it's easier in Modern than Standard. Heard on the podcast today, didn't understand the convo on Wizards only publishing 5 deck lists. Does this mean the metagame section on the site will be affected? Wait, what does this do? Until your next turn. Alright, so that doesn't do anything. So, the metagame section on the site should pretty much be fine. It will potentially have a slight impact in... You know what? We're going to run out the Scarab God and just hope that nothing goes wrong. Run out the Scarab God. It generates so much value if it lives. Play the Forest, pass the turn. So the main thing that it would potentially affect on the metagame page would be some of the metagame percentages. Like, there'll still be plenty of deck lists between Magic Online, between Paper, but we might have to, like, mess with the formula a bit on how they are calculated. So when you see, like, X deck, X percentage of the format, we're never going to get value out of the Scarab God. Never, ever, ever. Oh, Scarab God. Our opponent was down to 1 card, too. Alright, if they want to attack, that's fine. We'll take it. I would like to start killing our opponent. Ooh. That's a draw that I like. So, place Sharpshooter. Man, that removal spell's been so bad. And let's just play Rat and pass the turn. Next turn we might kill something. Should have used Cartouche. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess we had the mana that we could have. I kind of want to use it as a removal spell. Maybe we should have run it out there just as protection for Puncturing Bolt. I wasn't actually... opponent had 1 card in hand, and Puncturing Bolt's like the only card that... Well, I think there's a few other ones, but maybe the only card where Cartouche would have been relevant. Solidarity, Camel, Lifelink if you have a desert. Yeah, this doesn't actually tap anything, though. It just, like, makes it so it can't attack or block. So it doesn't actually tap, unfortunately. We might have to, like, kill that anyway, which is super awkward. We draw an island. Alright, I guess it's Cartouche time. Cartouche! Alright, so... enchant our creature. Kill the camel. And pass the turn. Wizard screwed up and didn't send pre-release kits to my LGS. Is it worth doing one on Moto? I usually wouldn't, as I prefer physical cards if I'm paying for them. So it's gonna still cost money. I think it's $24 for a Moto pre-release. So it's worth keeping that in mind, but it's pretty convenient and nice to be able to do pre-releases on Magic Online. So that's the upside. More lands. Uncaged would probably be our best draw. Oh, we can't even really start attacking? I mean, I guess we can Edifice and start attacking with our Sharpshooter. I guess that's our best bet. Yeah, I think that Patra would still get killed pretty easily. But we might be able to start getting in damage with Sharpshooter. What's up, pack openers? Alright, opponent gives up on the Nimble Blade. Well, I'm happy to have that off the battlefield. That was actually stopping so many of our creatures. I guess we could start attacking with Death Touch creatures as well, maybe. I think we just want to draw Uncaged, or one of our big flyers. Yeah, the brick is very much detained. That's a good call. Uh-oh. 6 mana. 7 mana. Shifting Worm. Enters the battlefield, scry 3, reveal the top card of your library, gain life equal to its converted mana cost. And it's a Ketra's Avenger, again, opponent gains 2, and probably scried some lands out of the way. Oh, they put all 3 to the bottom. Alright. Well, I guess we can keep attacking. Our opponent's at 27, though. This is going to take a while to kill our opponent. This is Magic Online. Deck, and your lands. Well, stop the Shifter Worm. Keep getting in with our Blowgill Sharpshooter. I guess we start playing some number of lands now. Eventually, we're going to uncage and want to play stuff. I think Lux River Shrine is actually more of a sideboard card in my opinion. I think it can be okay in certain matchups, but normally just gaining life doesn't impact the board enough to make the card actually good. The Erratic One, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. It wasn't a draft, actually. We did a sealed, so Sultai just kind of happened naturally, I guess. Well, opponent's going aggro. Oh, we can block one of them. Those things are actually, like, sort of annoying, since we can't actually kill them while they're attacking. Come on, deck. Non-lands. Alright, that is a non-land. We'll take it. Play the Ritualist. Keep stopping the Shifting Worm. We can actually go on a pretty big attack here. I think we just... Maybe we leave back Hapatra, but attack with everything else. Opponent, gonna block. Do they have a spell for prowess? They don't. Alright. Well, opponent's down to 17. We're making headway. At my pre-release, I got Sandworm Convergence and Overwhelming Splendor. That sounds like a super sweet pre-release deck. If you can ramp into it, those are some really powerful enchantments. I milled someone's Hailfire and they rage quit mid-game. Whew. Oh man, that reminds me of the Commander Clash a couple weeks ago where Tomer... When it attacks, if you control a desert, target creature can't block. Alright. Where Tomer was playing... What was the card he was built around? Burning Vengeance. And it got milled like the very first mill by Tom. Well, keep stopping the Shifting Worm. Jazzy, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Says, keep up the content. Well, keep up the subscriptions. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Alright, we'll keep attacking. Keep attacking with our Death Touchers. This game has gotten kind of grindy, and not a lot has happened. Well, we get to kill some stuff. Opponent's still at 17, thanks to the life gain. Run out our Eternal. Pass the turn. Ooh, Invocation Slaughter Pacts. Yeah, did anyone else get an Invocation? Omniscient Slaughter Pact. Those are good ones. Opponent back up to 19. Oh, this life gain is so annoying. Oh no! Oh my god! Doomsday, nice. Counterspell, Damnation, Thoughtseize. Oh, really? Yeah, Glorybringer is probably still just the best, at least the best, like, non-Planeswalker. Best non-Mythic, for sure. In all of Amonkhet block. Alright, we're down to 10. Come on, deck. We keep drawing forests. Oh, this is not working out. Pass the turn. I don't think we can keep attacking now. So I opened some treasure chests because I heard about the early release thing, and there was like, out of maybe almost 50 chests, there were like 3 random commons, so sort of, but not really. Like, technically the answer is yes, but it wasn't anything of note. Yeah, we got the Edifice, but now our opponent has all this stuff, which is still really annoying. Like, we can kill this with Death Touch, but we're going to go so low on life. It's actually kind of sketchy. Oh, your opponent had Pact Negation? Yeah, and they get to exert these things, which are also annoying. So we can block... Alright, how do we do this? Block, block, chump, I guess. These Avengers have been very obnoxious. So block, block. And we really got a chump here. I guess we go to 1. That's so risky. I would rather be at 4. We just can't beat these things. Alright, block, 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 I guess. Go to 4. Hey, what's up, drunk? Come on, deck. Non-lands. Non-lands. Real cards. Ooh. Angler Drake counts as a real card. That's exactly the kind of card we needed. And we get to get in a huge attack. This actually might be swinging things in our favor. We don't even have... Is there anything... I guess we can bounce our own Exemplar of Strength. Might be the best. And then we get another Snake with Hapatra. Yeah, let's do that. So play our Angler Drake. Bounce Exemplar. Yup. Replay Exemplar. Get a Snake. Oh, that's the kind of draw we needed. Got 3-1 of my pre-release. Yeah, that's very solid. And we'll just go back on Exemplar. Get a Snake token. Stop the Glorybringer. And we're going to just swing out with everything. Get in a little bit of damage. So opponent, man, they're still at 14. But we get an Hapatra hit, which means we get to start killing things, which is super huge. Hapatra finally coming through. I think our opponent's attack was kind of aggressive considering we have Hapatra on the board. A rough copy of my Grenzo Doomday list. Ooh. There's more life for our opponent. Oh, second Glorybringer and I would cry. No, not that. Opponent cycles. Opponent passes? Oh, that's good. Oh, now we're drawing our cards. So we stop the Glorybringer. I think we got it now. Attack with everything. Huge hit. We get to gain a life. We get to kill this Aketra's Avenger with Hapatra. We get to make more stakes. The power of our deck is finally showing through, even against the Glorybringer. And this Lux River, oh, down to 1. And this Lux River Shrine just not quite cutting it. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll play Ammon Eternal. I don't watch our opponent have another Wrath. That would be brutal. Gorenzo Doomsday. And our opponent scoops it up. Whew. Well, that was pretty good. I think our deck is actually pretty good. I don't know if we want to change much. Do we have any other -1/-1 counter stuff? Because those 3 ones are actually obnoxious. We might just run it back like this, unless anyone sees anything. Yeah, there is the, Hour of Revelation. That would have got us good. The Doomsday deck looks pretty sweet. That's actually a pretty interesting way of breaking Hazoret's Undying Fury. I didn't even think about that. If you stack your Doomsday pile, you control the cards you're hitting. That's a really cool idea. I like it, Psycho Smurf. Well, we're technically 0-1, Timothy, but, oh, the first match was heartbreaking. We won game 1. Game 2, we had our opponent empty-handed and dead on board, and they ended up drawing the removal spell they needed, and we ended up losing a 3-game match. But our deck is sweet. We got a Scarab God. We haven't got one bit of Scarab God value. So if we brought in Hippos, what would be... I don't know if I like Torment in this matchup. I think our opponent has enough cheap stuff that I don't know if I really want it. What would we bring in Hippos for is the question. I mean, I'm sure Hippo is fine. It's big. My favorite god is actually, I think, the Scarab God. At least as far as, like, standard and those type of formats. Locust God seems really cool in Commander, but Scarab God seems, they all seem good in Commander. Ancient Crab is kind of a funny blocker. Yeah, let's just run it back. I think Menagerie is actually fine. I actually like it. Alright, this hand's reasonable. On the draw, we need 1 more land. We got our bird, which, another card we haven't got any value out of yet. Alright, there's Insider. Banewit Punisher seems awesome in this matchup. Yeah, Locust God Skull Clamp. Tomer was talking to me about that. That does seem like a super sweet, easy combo for Commander. Pass the turn. No promo on Magic Online, so he didn't actually get a promo at all, but that's just how Moto works. Opponent has a Plains, and there's an Avenger. Well, Banewit Punisher is going to be super helpful there. Gives a haste, gets in 4-3. Yeah, Scorpion, they're all pretty sweet. I will say, that's one of the things I do like about Hour, is the gods are pretty sweet. I don't know how good they'll be in Standard. That part is still up for debate, but they are sweet. Did they change the Commander rule on Magic Online? Yes, they finally did. So now you can play just the same as in paper on Magic Online. So that's a good thing, finally. Oh, opponent. Back with their River Shrine. I don't know. I don't know about this. Maybe because it's foil, our opponent wanted to play it. It doesn't, especially in an aggro deck, it just doesn't seem all that great. Alright, we'll just Punisher. Kill the Avenger, pass the turn. We do got to be aware of the problem of Glorybringer coming down and just wrecking us. What's up, pack openers? Oh, if our opponent had the horse, that would make sense. Yeah, then it would make a lot of sense. Oh man, if they have Glorybringer and the horse, we're super lucky that we won. Those are bombs. In limited, you do not need many horses for it to be amazing. Ooh, blue mana. Well, let's play our island, get down a Ritualist for more mana. Hope like crazy we don't get Glory brung. I wish the hour they had a mechanic to remove brick counters from effect since everything's getting destroyed. I think there is one card. It starts with 3 brick counters and you remove it to draw a card. I don't remember the name of it. It's a common or uncommon. But I thought that was cool flavor. They could have probably done more of it though. Opponent. What's up, Eric Asylum? Sunset Pyramid. That sounds right. Well, let's play our Ornery Kudu. Put a counter on Ornery Kudu. And just run out our Edifice. I kind of want to wait to play the bird till when we can activate it right away, which would be next turn. And then at least we're going to get some value out of it. Opponent cycles a haze. Mimeoplasm coming up anytime soon. Ooh, I don't know. That would be a fun card to build around. Thorned Moloch. I pulled a horse and a promo Hailfire. Ooh. Was Hailfire good? That card looks interesting. I don't know. I could imagine it being good in limited if you can gain enough mana and cast it like X5 or something. It's so good? Interesting. I mean, I guess if you just cast it for a ton of mana, it probably is a pretty reasonable way to just finish off the game. Opponent cycles. And passes. Well, we get to start drawing cards. It's bird time. And I think the bird is just going to take over the game pretty much. If it just lives, it's going to be so much Oh! Scarab God! We're getting close. We're getting close. Well, let's get in with our bird. I guess we attack with this thing, too. Opponent. Down to 20. Play Kenra Eternal Pestered. If I play Two-Headed Giant, would Hailfire hit each player's life total, hitting it twice? Oh, I don't know. I'm not super up on the rules of Two-Headed Giant, so I can't tell you for sure on that. Someone in the chat might know, because I don't. Yeah, Zombie Crocodile Demon, pretty sweet creature types. Well, let's draw another card. Angler Drake is a good one. Play the Forest. And let's play our Amit. Pass the turn. If it says each player or each opponent, then yes. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if there was some exception for Two-Headed Giant with each opponent effects. Opponent gaining life. Yeah, we're gonna ride the River Hoopoe for as long as possible. Hey, opponent. We actually wanted our Edifice because of Glorybringer. Glorybringer is a card we're gonna have a difficult time beating if our opponent draws it. Alright. Eventually, we're going to be able to play and activate this all at once, and then it's going to be a lot better. Opponent. Passing. Well, we're just going to keep hoopoing along. Hoopoo. I guess it's hoopo. And we're actually, this is how you want to gain life. We're gaining life and we're doing relevant magic card things. We're going to keep playing off curve so we keep hoopoing. That's the turn. I'm glad I was able to catch a stream. Went 4-0 at my pre-release. I got a Bolus as my promo, pulled a Scarab God, Torment of Hailfire, Hour of Devastation, and a Blood Moan Invocation. Yeah, that sounds like the dream pre-release. That's about as good as it gets, I think. Opponent. Cartouche. Okay. Makes it so something can't block. Okay. Eh, that's fine. I don't think our opponent can really just kill us here. Hopefully not. Cursed Horde. Yep. And the Trial of Zeal. No, our bird! Oh, no. And it's killing our Ammon Eternal. Oh! They let our bird live? Oh, man. Okay. Oh, that's fine. Oh, I thought for sure they'd kill the bird. Alright. Yeah, we'll take it. Sure. We'll take 9. Hoopo, no! Fun fact, in green-black deck with 7 ramp spells and a promo Hailfire, a regular one, and a foil one, Hailfire... Huh? You had... Was that your deck? You had 3 Hailfires? That sounds pretty insane if you have a ton of ramp. Oh, the odds of getting 3 of the same rare seem so low. Ooh, I like Unquenchable Thirst. So we can thirst... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. We need 1 more mana to be able to immediately Scarab God. Well, let's jump off the value train for a minute and just Angler Drake to get rid of this thing. So bounce that. And then play Kenra Eternal. We played it in game 1 and it immediately died. Like right away. Yeah, I guess we'll attack with all this stuff. We'll run it out soon. If we get 1 more land, at least we can activate it right away, which would be good. If we don't draw land, then we might just run it out next turn anyway, because we actually have a couple zombies, so we get to start draining and scrying, which would be nice. Our opponent can haste out that 4/4, but I guess we can block it with Angler Drake. I'm just scared of Glorybringer. I mean, Punisher cards are normally really bad, but I guess it can be good if you have enough mana. Alright, Nimbleblade Kenra. And the Sharpshooter. Opponents have got 1 card in hand. It's probably 1 card that kills Scarab God. I don't understand how anyone to be confused about Sandworm Were people confused about Sandworm Convergence? That one does seem fairly straightforward. I know it's gonna die. I just know it. We're not gonna do it. We're not. We're gonna be patient, I think. and just keep drawing cards. Play our rat. What did I overtap? Oh, I see. Alright, play our rat. We're not doing it. We're not doing it yet. Get in with our Angler Drake. If our opponent wants to trade with this reach thing, it's fine. Yeah, we won't exile anything if it dies. We'll just pass the turn and keep hoopling along. I'm gun shy because literally we did it game 1 and our opponent immediately exiled it. And our opponent has that one card hanging in hand, and it would make sense if they were holding the Puncturing Bolt exactly for this situation. And we get to draw cards. I mean, we have another really good option of just drawing cards and gaining life. There's a forest. Alright, we'll God. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it. I promise. Play the land. Actually, let's attack with our Angler Drake first. Get in with Angler Drake. Opponent keeps taking it. Alright, we're going to get to see the Scarab God in action. I think it's going to immediately die. I would not be at all surprised. But we're going to get to do it. Scarab God down. Pass the turn. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Opponent gains a couple life. So what's our target? We can get Mangle. Ooh. Probably Manglehorn. Traveler's Amulet. Sure. Yeah, Manglehorn seems right. And we get to start scrying because we have zombies. Maybe they aren't holding the removal spell. Oh, Scarab God seems so insane here if it lives. Shifter Worm. Alright, we'll just do it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Scarab God. Get back. Manglehorn. It's a 5/5 black zombie. Oh, I overtapped. Whatever. That's fine. Zombie Manglehorn. Opponent gains a couple life. We actually have a lot of zombies. 3? 4? We have 4 zombies. Which means we're draining for 4. I said it backwards. I paid 5 and said it was... I paid 5 and said it was a 5/5? I don't know. I said something wrong. Oh, it lived. Let's see what our opponent scries into. Just a Ronas' Stalwart. Not scary. And now we have the ultimate value train. Scarab God seems pretty unbeatable here. And now we can just swing freely if our oh, we get to scry. Oh, yes. Yes. So forest to the bottom. Put on top. Put on top, drain our opponent. Oh, this is what we were waiting for. This is good. This is what we were hoping for. Play the forest. And now we do a big attack. Attack, attack, attack. Yeah. We'll just attack like that. I guess not that big, but big enough. If our opponent... Yes, kill it. Kill it, opponent. Oh, they saw it. Okay. 4/4 River Hoopu would have been even sweeter. Scarab God, good open. Opponent's down to 10. We'll pass the turn. We can get back our Bane Whip Punisher. Oh, maybe we should have done that. We're gonna do that right now. So get back Bane Whip Punisher. Man, I keep tapping way too much mana for this. Alright. What am I doing wrong here? Okay. Get back Bane Whip Punisher. Oh my god, I'm still doing it wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. Black and blue mana. Alright. Now we get back Bane Whip Punisher. Put a counter on the Shifter Worm. We might just kill it. Yeah, my tapping game is pretty weak today. I think we just win. And our opponent scoops it up. Sweet! That's exactly what we were looking for. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I guess that was a punt. But still, Scare of God, getting it done. Alright, we redeemed ourselves for a rough round 1, where we were so close. Back to 1, oh, I didn't update the record? Alright, well, we're to 1-1. Or 120. There we go. 1-1, heading into round 3. That went well, that went pretty well. This is my first draft of rotation-proof -1/-1 counters. Ooh. I feel like we should be able to get some sweet aggro wins. Ooh, this hand. If we don't draw green mana, we have Amit Eternal and not much else. What do we do? What do we do? I think we mulligan. Alright, this hand's not exciting, but we'll try it. The -1/-1 counter deck looks pretty sweet, especially for being rotation proof. Yeah, I mean, well, guess we keep Sharpshooter. It's big. We can cast it before too long. There's actually a pretty good number of -1/-1 counter cards. Play the Forest. Opponent has a Swamp. And Ruthless Sniper. Well, we'll see if that ends up being a problem. Pass the turn. There's an island. Ooh, so our opponent's actually a cycling deck. We lost to blue-black in round 1. Opponent gets in. Down to 19. Well, let's play our Ornery Kudu. Lots of ramp if we draw anything to ramp into. That's the turn. Hey, what's up, Taylor Jones? Oh, we're just doing a pre-release. Only in round 3. Oh my goodness. Opponent has Eternal of Hard Truce. Afflict 2 when it attacks and isn't blocked. You get to draw a card. Well, we're going to have to block that. Play the Forest. Play our Ritualist. Pass the turn. Start blocking that Eternal. Insane Violet Mage, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Yeah, Seal tends to be slow. I think Draft is actually relatively fast. But yeah, you see more slower decks in Sealed usually. You don't have as much control over your cards in Sealed. You just gotta kind of take what you luck into. And you see more like 3-color decks. Alright, opponent has a big flyer. Gives a haste. Well, Sharpshooter can help stop that. Gets in. 4-2. Wouldn't mind drawing some of our blue cards to draw some cards. Another Forest. Well, play a Forest. Play our Bitterbow Sharpshooter. And can't really attack, so we'll pass. Yeah, I think the draft will be a lot faster. Well, that's our opponent got. Thoughts about making an Eternal deck with Nicole Bolas at the top end. What do you mean Eternal deck? Yeah, our opponent is not trying to attack with Eternal. We're not going to block. Feels like a trap here. Ugh. This this hand isn't doing much of anything. Pass the turn. Could have double blocked the flyer? I don't think we'll be drafting after this. This league seems like it's going to be super long. We're not even halfway through the league yet. But hopefully we'll do some HOU drafts at some point in the futures. Pona cycles, Pona cycles. We're just getting wrecked by this sniper. Yup. Trimming down our sharpshooter. Pona plays a swamp. Well, now we might as well block since it's so small. Thinking about building jank around Solemnity with either Mardu and Midnight Oil Harmless Offering, or Bant with a bunch of -1/-1 counters, Thing in the Ice. Ooh. I guess we just discard the forest since we got no need for it. Chaos Engineer, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Are we just going to lose to Blighted Bat? Is that how this game is going? Come on, deck. Give us some action. More lands. Yikes. Alright, pass the turn. Yeah, our opponent put a lot of effort into killing that Bitter Blow sniper. Opponent gets in with the Blighted Bat. So we really want one of our bombs, or even just card draw, but we gotta find something, because we're in a really bad position here. We've just drawn mono mana. 2-drop was not at the top of our list. Finally got the Amazon Prime sync to work. Been waiting to some for months. Well, thank you so much, Chaos Engineer. Definitely appreciate it. Yeah, Amazon Prime is super sweet, and the free sub thing is super awesome as well. Opponent. Yeah, I think the biggest problem here was we just kind of mulliganed, and our mulligan hand just didn't really have much action. No way to really do much of anything. We just played some random creatures, and that was... These 2-drops would have been sweet on turn 2. MD Function, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscribers. So we might just be dead to this cycling thing. And our opponent has a cancel. Yikes. DFX Luna, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Opponent gets in with the Flyers. Yeah, this draw is not working out for us at all. Not even a little. Opponent. More Flyers. I think that card's so bad in this format. Oh, so close. Does this let us live? I mean, I guess maybe? So we can block a Flyer. I mean, in theory, if our opponent's got nothing and no cycling, then the bird could get us out of this, maybe? Everyone's about those hippos. Yeah, I guess they work pretty well with Ritualist. Ritualist was mostly hopefully to fix our mana, but I guess ramping into them on turn 5 is hippos on turn 5 is fine. I mean, we do have Scarab God to spend our mana on. We have opponent goes attacking. Well, I mean, maybe we live. We get to block here. Draw. Oh, does our opponent have a pump spell? Oh dear. Oh, our opponent could have just killed us. Okay. Well, I don't know why our opponent wouldn't just kill us if they had a cycler, but I guess doing this is fine too. Oh, rats. Literal rats. Yeah, we're dead. We don't have cards that do anything. Unquenchable Thirst would have helped earlier. Yikes! Well, we mulliganed on the plays, so I think that's the biggest problem. I don't know if our 2-drops are really that excessive. I think our curve is alright. I mean, I guess we could go down like an Eternal for a Hippo if people really want that. Maybe that's better? I guess that's fine. Otherwise, we don't really have any flyers. Or many flyers. Yeah, alright, we'll try it. Do you ever play against the odds decks on stream? Sometimes, but it's pretty rare. Against the odds, I think, works better when the format is faster. So when it can be edited and sped up. Could you imagine, like, the pace of these games, but playing really janky bad decks that lose a lot? I don't think it would be all that entertaining. Ben B, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscribers. Yeah, this hand seems reasonable. Opponent, always with the sniper. Well, hopefully we can just kill that. Play Hippotra. Pass the turn. We're probably just going to try to kill this sniper if we can. See what our opponent does. Festering Mummy. And passes. Ooh, there's Scarab God too. So what do we do? Yeah, I mean, sometimes we play the more competitive ones, like Gideon Tribal. If I think the deck is like somewhat reasonable, then we do play it sometimes. If they're really bad ones that just lose, like, I don't know, 80% of the time, I don't think it makes for great streaming because of the timing thing. So maybe we, Unsummon would be such a huge blowout. I think we gotta go for it. Cartouche, we gotta go for it. If they have Unsummon, that's very bad. And just kill the sniper. Ooh, alright. Well, I don't think we can attack, because we lose our Hippotra. So let's just pass. Next turn we can Bane Whip Punisher if we need to. My friend was thinking of doing a sealed with Walmart mystery pack bundles. Ooh, that could be good. It would be an interesting format. You get, like, I think it's Kaladesh, you get Shadows over Innistrad block, and one old random pack, so it could be cool. No Bad Days, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Ooh, okay. Well, let's just Ornery Kudu. Put a counter on it. Get a snake. Play the forest. Attack with our Hippotra. We're playing sealed, but we did stumble into a Scarab God. Get in with Hippotra. Kill Festering Mummy. Get a snake. When Hippotra goes kind of unchecked, it's actually super strong. I can't remember. I opened one mystery bundle, and my pack was not exciting, but I don't remember what it was. Alright, opponent goes with Hippotra. Well, we got a pretty good board here. We have more -1/-1 counters in hand, and eventually Scarab God to steal these Festering Mummies. Z-Man 995, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Well, I think we just go Bane Whip Punisher. Tesseracker, if you like rack decks, I think it's a cool, like, unique take on it. So I think it can be fun. I haven't actually played it, so I can't really tell you exactly what level of competition it's at. Good lord. We're just running wild with Hapatra. Do you think there's a way to make Eminent Doom work in Standard? And no, I'm not high on that card. I know a lot of people, I asked, and our poll scoops it up. I asked about cards people wanted to see first on Against the Odds, and that actually came in very high. A lot of people wanted to see that. And I'm skeptical of that one. Not just like it being good. I don't really care about that for Against the Odds, but I'm skeptical that it would be entertaining. I haven't thought of anything. Like, what can you do with it? Give me some ideas on what would be cool with that. So, possibilities are like X spells you can try to use, but that's like incredibly slow. So you can try to like slowly build up counters, play endless ones or something to I don't know, work up towards getting more and more damage, some sort of like proliferate or adding counters. Seasons Past. All right, that's an interesting idea. I can see the argument for that. Opponent plays a Swamp. I think we're just gonna cycle this Curator of Mysteries. Well, I guess we don't have to. We can wait another turn, see if we draw black mana. And we do. Alright. Well, now I'm kind of glad we didn't cycle it. Because we can get down our Amit next turn. We have all of our most powerful cards in our hand. There's a certain comedic value to watching you fail horribly every match. It's a bit like playing blue. Ah, Jay Zoller. Opponent gets in. Oh, and the Festering Mummy. Yep. Down to 19. And passes. Well, play Swamp and... yeah, I think we just Amit Eternal. Opponent cancels. Sure. Down to 4 cards in hand. We might just uncage next turn. I made a shelf for a curse deck in Modern. Are you taking suggestions? Yeah, definitely send it to me. I mean, I don't know for sure that we'd use it, but definitely. SaffronOlive@mtggoldfish.com. Opponent festers in. Well, alright. Let's just play Ritualist since we drew it. Pass a turn. That gives us a blocker for all of our opponent's stuff. Yeah, it is nice that that didn't, Scarab God didn't get canceled. Black has a bit of exile removal, but not a ton. Mono blue cycling, eh, Cobb Strike? Opponent. I mean, we're gonna block. If our opponent has a pump spell, then I guess they got us. But we're not just gonna take 3. I like Abandoned Sarcophagus. Drakehaven. I mean, for being mono blue, I think you got most of the big hitters there. Oh, opponent. Yeah, I guess we lose 3, down to 14. Not a land. This is getting awkward. Well, play a Curse Toward. Pass the turn. We're both kind of stuck on mana a little bit. Oh, no! Oh, that's so bad. That's gonna kill us. Wow. Oh, that's brutal. Well, we block here and trade our Curse Toward. Liliana's Mastery is one of the best rares in the set. And our opponent actually had mono zombies to go with it. We draw a very bad Exemplar of Strength, and that's game. I mean, it's literally game. I guess we play Exemplar, chump, go to 4, then we're still dead. Yeah? Oh, well, the race to draw the fifth land and opponent won the race. Oh, man. This has been a brutal sealed. Scotty S, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Also, my last game of Vintage Cube versus Game 3 versus Storm. My opponent stormed off with Trendles for 9. I responded, Quicken Tendrils. Nice. That's a pretty sweet way out of that situation. I mean, I don't know if our opponent had a nut draw. They had their bomb. We also had our bomb. They just drew their land, so I don't feel like that was really a nut draw. Just a race to draw a land, so someone had to win it. Sometimes it'll be us, sometimes it'll be our opponent. Well, we gotta go 2-0 to end up with a winning record. Doing pretty good, Weird Blue Dragon. How are you? Anything out of Hour that would be a good fit or upgrade for blue-green ramp in Standard? Maybe the green Hour, whatever it was. Hour of, geez, I don't remember which one it was. The 5-mana ramp spell. That one is at least worth considering for blue-green ramp. Hey, what's up, Brainsome? Oh, just in round 3 of our pre-release sealed league. Currently 1 and 2. We've had some super close losses, unfortunately. But hopefully we can end up on a high note. Close out these last 2. What do you think the best chance for green, white, or Bant in Standard? I like the Bant Elder Deep Fiend deck we played. After rotation, I don't know. Is our opponent playing mono green? That would be crazy. It's so hard to be monocolored and sealed. I missed what? What did I miss, Filthy Casual? What's up, Filthy Casual? Big Star Tuna, what's going on? Opponent has Beneath the Sands. Alright, a little bit of ramping, fixin'. Gets a swamp. Alright, get in with an Exemplar. Yeah, Fog does not make people friends. That part is definitely true. Definitely one of the most likely decks to lead to people rage quitting and getting upset. I guess we just play Ornery Kudu since we don't have any other options. Put a counter back on our Exemplar. Next turn we might have to just cycle. Oh, well, you didn't miss all of it. It's been a very slow stream, Filthy Casual. Some long games. So we actually just started this round, and we still have another round to go. Opponent has Bitterblade Warrior. And just cycles a Hippo. Plays a Swamp. No attacks. Come on, land. Land? Uncage. Well, let's cycle Curator. Land, please, deck. Alright, there's a land. Clunky way to get to lands, but we got there. Pass the turn. Last AKH sealed pool, I had only 6 white cards. Yeah, sometimes those weird things happen. If I have a Solemnity and Phyrexian Unlife and a Bitter Blossom, how does it work? Works well. You won't be able to die, but you still will be able to get your flyers every turn. So it's actually kind of a sweet combo. There's actually some neat synergies with that. Like, a Bitter Blossom is a good one. Also, Phyrexian Arena is pretty cool. You get to keep drawing a card. So there is some really neat stuff like that. More lands? Alright, more lands. Well, I mean, I guess we're going to be more aggressive with our god. Run out our Scarab God. Hope our opponent doesn't have exile-based removal, at least. Pass the turn. If it lives, we get to Get our opponents Hungry Hungry Hippo. Actually, we'd probably take Curator of Mysteries first, but Ulamog could definitely be an alternate win condition in Turbo Fog. I've been out of Magic for some time. Last time I played Standard was Esper Control with Ashiok. Is Standard worth getting back into with Control or no? Well, I think that Control has improved with Hour of Devastation. Literally the card Hour of Devastation. So I think that it's improved, but we'll have to wait and see what actually ends up happening in the format. It's too early to really say for sure. No zombies. Well, we're just going to start Scarab Godding. So pass the turn. Get back our Curator of Mysteries. The Turbo Fog deck we did on Budget Magic a little while ago, so you should be able to find it on there. Opponent. Getting in with their Death Touch thing. Yeah, we'll take it. That's fine. Just wanted to upgrade to Jun God's deck from HOU. Got any tips? I don't know what from Hour of Devastation really would go in that deck. I think it will be interesting to test Majestic Matriarch, since it actually works really well with the gods. So I'm interested in that, but whether that ends up being good or not, I think has to be tested a bit. Yeah, we got the Scarab God. Also Uncaged, I guess, is pretty good. Scarab God's definitely our bomb, though. Yeah, you can always find old streams on the Replay YouTube channel. So that'll be going up tomorrow at some point. We get to start scrying and draining. Scarab God is actually really insane when it just sits out and works. Yeah, I think Swamp is fine. With the Scarab God out, we don't mind just getting more mana. So play the Swamp. And I guess we just pass again. Pass the turn. What is your favorite color in Modern? It's blue. Blue's my favorite color pretty much in all formats. Although, you are somewhat right, because my favorite deck is Freewind Red. Our opponent has this Sharpshooter that could block it, and we're kind of losing the race right now. What is with everyone playing this Luxa River Shrine? Locust God is probably very good in Limited, too. Looting is good, making flyers is good. You still do have to cast an instant or sorcery to flip a thing in the ice with Solemnity. But only one, because it only, like, recognizes a flip trigger when it has no counters. Yeah, well, definitely... okay, kills our flyer. Yup. Also pumps that thing. Gets in for 4. Well, we also have to not lose to our opponent's flyer. I guess we can just Unquenching Thirst it. So get back the Hippo. Yeah, Thing's Solemnity seems like a fun thing to try in Standard. Opponent gets in. 4-4. Down to 9. We'll be able to uncage at some point. Life goes on! Oh my goodness. We're not going to lose to life go... Main deck life goes on. Never, never do that. Alright, we'll keep the forest. Unquenchable Thirst, the flyer. Uncage, 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2. Let's just go 3 drops. I think we have enough 3 drops to get good ones. Uncage X3. We should have another Kudu. Yeah, we get all 3. I mean, that's a lot of good value there. 5 mana, draw Amid Eternal, Ornery Kudu, and Banewhip Punisher. That's actually pretty solid. We'll get him with Hippo. I mean, we could have got Hoopy, but I think the 3/3 drops are even better. Maybe we could have taken one more hit from the Carrion Screecher and then just Banewhip Punisher it. But we can use that to kill something big, so I think that's fine. Opponent. Wow, we're trading. Man, that's so brutal. So our opponent trades our creature for our token, which puts another creature in the graveyard so we can make another token. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Yeah. It's actually only somewhat nuts. I guess it is pretty nuts. Although it doesn't go infinite, really. It's like only semi-infinite. I think we're just going to trade here, actually. We don't really mind creatures being in the graveyard since we have Scarab God. Opponent gains some life. I think we're going to upkeep a Scarab God. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we get a Scry here. And just take... I guess we'll take... the Sharpshooter is the best. Yeah, double Bane Whip is pretty good. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I mean, we'll keep making our land drops. That's fine. Play a Swamp. No. No attacks. Pass the turn. Brewing Hapatra EDH. Pretty popular commander. Looks good, I think. Lots of sweet -1/-1 counter synergies. Except you have double Blowfly Infestation, so you probably got to fix that. But that is a great card to have in the deck. Looks good to me. It's really hard to evaluate EDH decks on stream, just because they're so big that it's hard to really soak everything in. But from what I can tell, it looks really sweet. Sharpshooter. What do we want? I mean, I guess Sharpshooter is fine. An island to the bottom. So we draw a Sharpshooter. Can we kill our opponent yet? We can start attacking at least. Get in. Get in. Get in. Yeah, we'll attack with that too. Get in with everything. Why not? Opponent. Yeah, we just want to try to close this out if we can. Got Pride Sovereign Regal Caracal in my pre-release prize packs, and Asunder Invocation. Nice! I mean, Sunder, I don't know what you'll ever do with it, but opening an Invocation always feels good, even if it's just Asunder. And 3-0, so sweet. Alright, we'll just pass. Keep using our Scarab God. Should be able to just close out the game next turn, most likely. Opponents gaining life. Are they gaining 1 life when they could be gaining more than 1 life? Opponent's Eagles. And the wall. Hobo Ape V2, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Well, keep Scarab Godding. Get back this thing. Whatever it is. Stalwart. Get back. Kudu. Man, that builds an unbeatable army. And our opponent scoops it up. Well, Scarab God, confirm good. I don't think we have to change anything. Our opponent's deck seems to be not very strong. So I think we can just run it back. I mean, main deck life gain is usually a good sign that you don't got to worry too much, honestly. Not the artifact one necessarily, but life goes on. that's a card that should be in your main deck 0% of the time. I think even if you had Crested Sunmare, I'm not sure that you would want to play Life Goes On. I'm pretty sure that's how bad it is. Let's play a Forest. Pass the turn. I'm not sure. I don't think the Scarab God goes in zombies. I'm not exactly sure where it fits. It might be some sort of, like, self-millie control deck, Sultai Delirium on the top end of a deck like that. But I'm not really sold on going blue in zombies specifically for the Scarab God. But I could be wrong. The drain ability is definitely powerful. So I think that the Scarab God could work in a control deck. I think Hour of Devastation super strong, and blue-red will probably still be the most common control colors, but I think you could build a blue-black or Sultai deck. I might have said that, Mirkin. That is, I mean, about right. Hapatra is pretty strong, and it's going to be super sweet here, because we get to Banewhip Punisher, get a Snake, attack with Hapatra. Opponent is kind of damned if they do, damned if they don't, because we... if they do block it, it dies. If they don't block it, we hit them with Hapatra and get a Snake and it dies. So our opponent should just chump here to save the Snake. Although, they're still just super far behind now. Form of the Dragon and Sandworm Convergence. I think that would have to be like an Enduring Ideal deck in Modern, probably. The problem is, like, if you have... I don't know if you need both of them. I think Sandworm Convergence kind of competes with Form of the Dragon. Wow, and our opponent scoops it up. Sweet. Well, I mean... heading into... that was a pretty good start for us. Heading into our last round, pace has picked up. We're back to 2-2 after some heartbreakers. So we can sneak out with a winning record by taking down this last round. And I think we actually come out slightly ahead as far as packs or ticks or whatever. I could be wrong. Yeah, 4-4 Hapatra... better than 2-2 Hapatra. And Hapatra is pretty good, even as a 2-2. Alright, round 5 of our stream. No chess, no chess. We'll see how it goes. Maybe if we come out ahead with winnings, maybe we can put our winnings into chess, just for the fun of it. So I'll have to see if we win this round. But I guess that could work. Oh, you're right, Jay Zoller. We haven't even done an ad tonight. Well, maybe it's an ad-free night. I should have done one of those earlier. Limited is throwing me off. We never stream Limited. It's so rare. So many islands. Alright, we're gonna just trust we draw our green mana. Opponent plays a Forest. Tragic Lessons actually is not bad. If we're not drawing green mana, Tragic Lessons is fine, because it should find us green mana. I'll wait right till the game's, like, on the line, and we're going to the critical turn, and then I'll play an ad. It's all about timing. Let's play this Kenra Eternal. Pass the turn. Opponent, Endless Sands. Okay. There's our Forest. Well, get in with our Eternal. I think we still just Tragic Lesson. I don't really want to just run Bane Whip out there for no value. So we'll just pass. Tragic Lessons. Start curving out. Thursday stream we'll do double ads to make up for it. Thursday we'll definitely be playing Constructed, though. I don't know what we'll be playing yet, but we'll definitely be playing Constructed. We can discard an island. We don't need 3 blue sources. That's a Scarab God. Well, let's get in with our Eternal. Would you be interested in checking out a Worldfire deck that meets the qualifications of Budget Magic? Yeah. Worldfire is a super sweet card. Does it involve... Oh, I can't think of the name of it now. The enchantment that we played on Against the Odds. How are you cheating the Worldfire into play? We'll definitely... We gotta do free win red soon. We'll have to see about Thursday. Might be good to play something Hour of Devastation related. Actually, I'm pretty confident... Oh no, really? Flashbird? I guess that's fine. We can just Bane Whip it and kill it. That's kind of value. Baron Glory? Actually, someone asked earlier about the Against the Odds coming out tomorrow night on the YouTube channel. But yeah, so someone asked about that. And I can tell you, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I can tell you I wouldn't be surprised if we were playing the Against the Odds deck on Thursday. I really like the Against the Odds deck this week. And it might be streamable. Ooh, Worldfire Tron. That's a spicy way of going about it. Got the Gargadon, got the Rift Bolt. I like it. That's a really cool idea. Opponent has Curator of Mysteries that we can't kill. Well, that's fine. We're just going to play a Scarab God. Blue-green does not seem like a color combination that is going to be able to deal with this very easily. And then we can get their Flashbird. We have our Eternal in the graveyard. Yeah, Scarab God is super good. It either dies immediately to an exile effect or it wins the game. There's no real middle ground with the Scarab God. And it's even just fine as a 5/5 for 5. The Against Odds deck does not have main deck or sideboard Blood Moons. No Blood Moons. No Blood Moons at all. It's our special episode for the first week of Hour of Devastation, actually. So it's built around an Hour of Devastation card. Oh man, our opponent stealing it would be annoying. We can even Cartouche and kill this next turn. Yeah, even without the abilities, it's pretty good. Oh, wow. Alright. We can Cartouche the Hippo. Opponent gets in. I think that's our plan. So take our beats. I think while our opponent's tapped out, it's better to just kill the Hippo. So Cartouche our Scarab God. Fight the Hippo. Yes, please. Play a land. Play Ornery Kudu. And our opponent scoops it up. Wow. Can't beat the Scarab God. Can't beat the Scarab God. Yeah, we're going to run it back. That worked well. Eminent Doom, is it Solemnity? I can't tell you what it is. That's against the rules. Oh, we got the insane Hapatra curve. Hapatra, Exemplar, combo. It's a combo. Oh, we finally got it. It took till the last game of our stream, but we finally got the nut aggro draw. The combo. We did it. We did it, boys and girls. That's it. I want to play this combo in Standard. I would not be surprised if this shows up in Budget Magic. It's so sick. Oh, man. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I thought we were going to go through the whole stream without doing it. Hapatra, pass the turn. It's so good. Something, something. Sidewinder Naga. Yep. That's fine. Opponent. Oh! And the Ornery Kudu. We got that nut Hapatra hand. Have an Eternal. Yep. Better not cast any spells, opponent. So good. So Uncage has been okay. I think you gotta be realistic about it. I think in Sealed it's actually okay. at like 4 mana draw 2 or 5 mana draw 3, I think it's a fine sealed card. It's not absurd or anything, and I think it's worse in constructed. Are they going to double up and give us more snakes? And our opponent scoops it up. Oh, yes. The combo kill. The combo kill. We got him. We got him. Oh, sweet. So we didn't actually... It was 24 ticks to enter. So I don't think we actually... Oh, we had some bad beats in the stream, but oh man, the last matches were awesome. So I think the end result of this stream is we basically it's not actually a combo kill, but Hapatra with Baleful Amit just makes a lot of snake tokens. The salty snake concede. That's exactly what it was. So wait, we paid 24 ticks to get in. We got back 12. We also got a Scarab God, which is worth like 12 ticks, and 1 pack. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We will sell the Scarab God, and we will sell the pack, and however many treasure chests we can get for that amount, we will crack open. But we're not going to spend actual real ticks on them. So I think that's fine. I don't know how many that'll be. Maybe 5-ish? I think now, usually if you open cards during pre-release on Magic Online, it's the best time to sell them. It's like 11 ticks right now. Modern Hornet Nest sounds sweet. I saw someone playing a Bees deck on Reddit, I think, and it looked pretty fun. So let's see how many chests we get. I mean, we can just open another Scarab God in our chest, right? That's how this works. Yeah, we want to sell the Scarab God right now. Why it's pre-release? Because the price is probably going to be double what it is in just a few days. So it's usually the smartest thing to do. So we get 13 ticks. How much was a Scarab God? Really? 8.77? Must be a pretty rough spread. Well, how many do we get? 4? 5? Alright. That's fine. 5 chests and 1 tick. So let's hope for some good chest luck. Hour of Devastation booster is over 4 ticks. Alright, boys and girls. This is it. This is it. We get our chest. This is our reward for a limited league well done. So 5 chests. Hopefully we get some sweetness. If it goes extremely well, maybe we'll take it out for another spin. We'll have to see. So chest 1 of 5. 1 of 5. Let's get a port. We've never ever opened a port. Or a Rite of Passage. So Rite of Passage, funny story. People were hyped about this card with Winding Constrictor in Modern. Never actually worked out. Cool idea though. Boon of Emrakul, Expedition Envoy. So $0.00 from that chest. 4 of 5. Come on. Oh. Oh. Well, Diabolic Edict. It's an Expedition. That's good. How much is Diabolic Edict Invocation worth? 1.44 ticks. Ugh. Well, not a great... It's sweet. I like it. But not really worth much. Ambushcade and Druid of the Cowl. It is brand new, so the price might not be in yet. So not our best expedition, but it's an expedition. Alright, come on, port. 15 play points. Not exciting, but 1.5 ticks. 2 to go. So far, our chests have not been kind. Pull from tomorrow. Start your engines. Bastion Enforcer. Pull from tomorrow is, I don't think, worth anything right now, but I want to hold on to it. I think it's a card that could go up in value. Yeah, it's only 0.32 ticks right now. This is definitely something I would keep an eye on moving forward, though. I could definitely imagine this one increasing. Alright, last chest, last chance for something sweet. Come on! Something? Sigil Tracer? Tap 2, untap wizards you control, copy target instant or sorcery spell. You can choose new targets for the copy. Along with Foundry Screecher, which we lost to one game, and Touch of the Void. Oh, man. Oh, remember, chat? I told you. Next time I say, oh, let's buy some chests, you were supposed to tell me no. But instead, you egged me on. You're a bad influence, chat. Bad influence. So, no, we're not trying it again. We're not throwing good money after bad. We gotta have more money to play games of Magic. We sold the pack, and we're not gonna open the Planeswalker deck. Never do that unless you're gonna play with it. So, oh, Jay Zoller, I didn't know you were such a big ad fan. So, I think that brings us to the end for today. So, playing some Hour of Devastation pre-release, open Scarab God, which was insane. Hapatra was insane. Our pool was actually insane. Our record, we ended up 3-2, which is fine. I'm disappointed we weren't 4-1. I feel like that should have been a 4-1 deck, and I feel like our first round, we were very heavily favored to win, but that's the joy of Magic, is you never know what'll come off the top of the deck, so you never know, but I mean, we also did some sweet things. We got sweet value with new cards. The Hapatra combo made my night. That was the best part of the whole thing. So I think that brings us to the end. So what do we got going on over the next couple days? Of course, we'll be back on Thursday with another. We'll be playing Constructed. Maybe the deck that's coming out tomorrow on the YouTube channel for Against the Odds. I mean, don't miss the Against the Odds. It's a sweet one. First one of Hour of Devastation. Also, Commander video with Tomer comes out tomorrow, so if you've been waiting for the best Hour of Devastation cards from Commander, you're going to want to see that. That'll go up in the afternoon, Against the Odds in the evening, so keep an eye out for that. The Replay YouTube is where you can find all your old streams, including this stream. If you want to go back and see the sweet Hapatra Baleful Amit combo again, you can check that out tomorrow, along with all the other old streams. And of course, the YouTube channel, we talked about that, the merch page. That's where you can get tokens and t-shirts and playmats and all that sweet stuff to support the stream and the site. So anyway, everyone, that wraps up our Hour of Devastation pre-release stream. So like I said, we'll be back on Thursday, 6 Eastern, with some sweet Constructed, maybe featuring new Hour of Devastation cards. In the meantime, big thanks to everyone who subbed and donated, and thanks to everyone who just hung out. It was fun doing something a little different. I know it's a little weird for us. Usually we're playing janky Constructed decks. Limited is not our normal thing, but thanks for hanging out anyway, and yeah, I will talk to you soon.